Ever wondered what happens when you put salt in your shoes? This ancient Buddhist practice holds profound spiritual and medical significance that might just change the way you walk through life. Stay tuned, because what you'll discover in the next few minutes will leave you speechless and enlightened. Discover the mystical power of salt in your shoes. Have you ever heard of the Buddhist custom of putting salt in your shoes? Do you know the profound meaning behind this ancient practice, rooted in the wisdom of Buddhism and Oriental medicine? Salt, known for its countless uses in cooking and beyond, holds secrets that transcend its culinary value. It's not just a kitchen staple, but a formidable ally in domestic cleaning, a powerful disinfectant for wounds, and a soothing ingredient in bath salts. But few people know that for Buddhists, putting salt in their shoes carries significant spiritual and medical importance. In this Zen story, we'll uncover 5 compelling reasons to embrace this practice. Stay with us until the end, because what we reveal in the final moments will leave you profoundly moved and speechless. Welcome to Tranquility Saga, where we explore Buddhist wisdom to help you find mindfulness, wealth, and inner peace. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. In the heart of a valley, surrounded by the mystical aura of the Japanese mountains, stood an ancient Buddhist monastery. This sanctuary, a guardian of age-old wisdom, offered refuge to those seeking inner peace. Here, time seemed to stand still, and the elderly monk Makoto, revered for his wisdom and profound understanding of Buddhism and Oriental medicine, shone like a candle in the night. One morning, as the golden rays of the sun filtered through the trees, Makoto gathered his disciples in the monastery cloister for a lesson. With a serene expression, he invited them to sit in a circle around him and began to speak in a warm, reassuring voice. "Every step we take on the path of life is a sacred journey," Makoto began. "A path that leads us to knowledge of ourselves and the universe that surrounds us. Just as when preparing for a long and tiring journey, we must prepare adequately for our earthly existence to face the challenges that await us." The disciples listened, enraptured by their master's words. When Makoto mentioned the ancient custom of putting salt in shoes, their minds opened to the wonder of a tradition as ancient as it was mysterious. "This practice," Makoto continued, "has roots in the distant past, when our ancestors traversed wild and impervious lands. In those times, salt was not merely a condiment, but a precious commodity, a symbol of purity and protection." Makoto paused, allowing his words to settle like delicate sand in the minds of his disciples. Then he continued, "I will now explain the 5 main reasons why the practice of putting salt in your shoes is significant and important for our spiritual path and health." Reason 1. Absorbing moisture. First, Makoto said, salt has the power to absorb moisture, just as the Buddha absorbs the suffering of the world. When we put salt in our shoes, it helps keep our steps light and agile. In Buddhist practice, humidity often symbolizes the heaviness of worries and suffering that we carry along the path of life. Just as the weight of water in our shoes slows us down, so do the worries and tensions of the mind hinder our progress toward inner peace and enlightenment. Putting salt in your shoes symbolizes the desire to free yourself from this burden, to let go of worries, and to maintain a lightness of spirit despite life's challenges. To illustrate this, Makoto told the story of an old fisherman who, during a storm, saved his boat from sinking by throwing a bag of salt on the deck to absorb the water. Reason 2. Purifying properties. The second reason, Makoto continued, is that salt has purifying properties. By assimilating impurities, salt purifies our path, freeing it from harmful influences and spiritual obstacles. Putting salt in our shoes protects our mind and spirit from the deceptions and temptations of the outside world. Makoto shared the story of a traveler who encountered a river infested with evil spirits. Thanks to the salt in his shoes, he crossed the river unscathed, protecting his mind and spirit from negative influences. Reason 3. Maintaining balance. Third, Makoto said, salt helps us maintain balance. Just as the mountains symbolize stability and strength, putting salt in our shoes helps us root ourselves in the earth and remain steadfast in the face of life's storms. The mountains around the monastery represent stability and strength. Just as these towering formations remain steadfast in violent storms, we too must learn to maintain our inner stability amidst life's challenges. Putting salt in your shoes symbolizes this balance, acting as an anchor for our steps. Makoto narrated the story of a young monk who, during a meditation by a stormy mountain stream, found perfect balance thanks to the salt he carried. Reason 4. Healing properties. Fourth, Makoto continued, salt has healing properties. In Oriental medicine, salt is a natural remedy to relieve pain and tension. Putting salt in your shoes can soothe physical discomforts and mental strains we encounter on our spiritual path. Makoto recounted the story of a farmer who, suffering from an open wound on his foot, found relief by immersing it in a saline solution. Reason 5. Gesture of gratitude. Lastly, Makoto said, putting salt in your shoes is a gesture of gratitude. Salt is a precious gift from the earth, and using it mindfully reminds us to be grateful for all that life offers us, both joys and challenges. The disciples listened with deep reverence, understanding the wisdom behind this seemingly simple gesture. But Makoto wasn't finished. Looking his disciples straight in the eyes, he added, there is a reason linked to this practice that I wanted to leave until last, due to its importance. Putting salt in your shoes is a rite of passage connecting us to past generations and all the people who have walked this earth before us. Every grain of salt represents their stories, challenges, and victories. When we put it in our shoes, we join an eternal bond of wisdom and resilience that crosses time and space, transmitting their spirit and strength in our footsteps. The disciples were speechless, contemplating the depth of this simple gesture. They realized that for Makoto, salt in shoes was not just an ancient practice or a symbol of protection and purification, but a connection to humanity itself and all the lives that have passed before them. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.